All right, it's Todd, and I've got a tip for you today on how to elevate creativity inside your workplace. This tip is called Thinking Ridiculously, and it comes from the documentary filmmaker Austin Vickers from People versus the State of Illusion, who's a friend of mine, but it also comes from a piece of it. I kind of mashed together Austin's tip with what I learned at improv school in Los Angeles at Groundlings, which is the big famous improv school that Will Ferrell and a bunch of Saturday Night Live stars all went to. And so this tip teaches you how to really elevate your creativity and to bring that into the workplace. Now, when you think ridiculously, what you do is you have to create an environment inside the workplace in a meeting of your talented people where there aren't any wrong answers, where everybody's allowed to think way out of the box. In fact, encouraged to. That's why it's called Thinking Ridiculously. And while you're thinking ridiculously, people are saying, well, what if we did this? And you're really encouraging people to not evaluate the ideas for too long, right? Don't filter themselves. Just throw it out there. And a word of caution, you can't do this in an environment that is hyper competitive. If you've got a team that is not a safe place, right? And we've all worked in environments where people would sell each other out. Can you believe so-and-so said that? So this would not be that kind of a meeting. This is a meeting where everybody in the room, and when we start, I generally say, all right, let's think ridiculously for a few moments, which means there aren't any wrong answers, where everybody can throw around ideas, and we start thinking about really bizarre ways that we could accomplish this goal. And you put the goal up on the dry erase board, right? And you say, we want to do this, this, and that. And as you're talking ridiculously, now this is where the improv part comes in that I learned from Groundlings. One of the most important central rules in improv is that when somebody starts going, they start riffing on an idea, you have to say yes. That's the whole rule. Yes, yes. Because as soon as you say no, that whole improv sketch comes to a grinding halt. And you want to make sure that everybody in that room is helping to foster and to bring up the level of creativity. So everybody in that room needs to be comfortable saying, okay, and or yeah, that's a good idea. What about? And at the end of the meeting, you can sort out what's good and what's bad, but really creativity starts with openness and acceptedness. And once it starts flowing, you'll be surprised what comes out of it. Now, the other day in a meeting, we had somebody that was pumping the brakes. No, that isn't a good idea. So you have to get back to the rules. Oh, let me reintroduce the rules to everybody. This is a safe place. There are no wrong answers. Throw out whatever comes to mind. Don't filter. You get it, okay? And the net result of when you think ridiculously and people in the room say yes, 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 is some kernels of really amazing creativity will surface and help you do a better job elevating your project internally. We had an issue yesterday in the office where I said, all right, now here's the problem, right? We're all familiar with the problem. Now this isn't a Mac reference. I just lifted up my computer and I said, but what if the problem is this way? We just kind of thought ridiculously for a moment and we flipped it upside down. And so what I did is I reintroduced in the middle of a meeting that wasn't a thinking ridiculously session, that it was okay for a few moments to think bizarre and to remove the expectations of logic that we normally operate on. And what came of that was an answer that I think is going to resolve long-standing problems that we've had about our business model and renew the opportunity inside this company. So I wish you the opportunities to think ridiculously, to say yes, 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 and then at the end, come up with the best ideas that help you and your company elevate to the next level.